So I've got another what I ate in a day video and a little bonus. I'm going to show you what I'll be making my husband for breakfast this morning. He's home recovering from foot surgery, so he can't exactly get up and make himself any meals or anything. So I'm going to show you what I've been making him. He's been asking for this every single day. He absolutely loves it, and it's so easy and it fits right into our whole food plant-based diet here. And I think you're going to like it. So make sure you stick around. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chu on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the Starch solution. I've been following the Starch solution since January of 2020. And if you're not new here, you know my drill that I give in the beginning of every video, so if you want to fast forward, you go right ahead, or maybe it's that way, I'm not sure. But if you are new here, on my channel you're going to find quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes that are also gluten-free, because I do have celiac, so all my recipes are gluten-free. So if that all sounds good to you, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a video, which is every Tuesday and Saturday. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Chu on Vegan. And if you are new, or if you feel like you just need some more support in your health and weight loss journey, I started a Facebook group, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below. We're a pretty active group, and there you will find recipes, inspiration, and support. And if you're still not convinced that a plant-based diet is right for you or good for you, I have created a little e-guide that kind of outlines everything that you might want to know about a plant-based diet, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below. So today is another what I ate in a day video. I'm going to be showing you my breakfast, my husband's breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. They're all going to be super easy and quick and perfect if you've got a busy lifestyle like me. I work full time, so I need everything to be fast, easy, healthy, delicious. So let's get started. So as I mentioned in the intro, my husband is home recovering from foot surgery, and he has requested this breakfast every single morning. He loves it. Thank goodness he is a mono eater like his wife, and it just makes things a lot simpler. So he's been wanting this avocado bagels. So I've toasted the bagels, and we're gonna top it with some arugula, tomatoes, little cucumber, red onion, and then I'm gonna make a quick little guacamole to go on top of the bagels here. Let's flip that over. And this is a very basic, simple little guacamole here. So I'm gonna use half an avocado. And you know, avocado is a little bit higher on the calorie density scale, but it's okay for him. He can eat a little bit more fat than I can. So we have our avocado in here. I'm just gonna season it up with some granulated garlic, some onion powder, and a little salt. Then I'm just gonna mash the avocado up. Now you could just stop right here if you want, but he likes a little salsa in his guacamole. So just add a little bit in there. And that's it. Now we'll put this all together, and we're just going to use half on each bagel. And he's not gluten-free, so these are just regular Trader Joe's everything bagel. Then I add everything but the bagel seasoning onto his guacamole. Okay, I'm gonna put these in here for right now. And then what I like to do to the arugula is just squeeze a little lemon on here, just a little bit. It kind of softens it up, and he likes that lemony flavor. And just kind of stir it around, get it mixed. And I don't use a lot. Okay. Then I like to put the red onion on first. Then we've got a little bit of cucumber. It's very important when someone's recovering from surgery that they eat really good healthy foods, help their body heal. Then I put the arugula on. And you could use spinach or kale, it's whatever you would like. He just happens to like arugula. And then the tomatoes. I've got some yellow and red little cherry tomatoes that I chopped up. It just is so fresh. Then I just sprinkled on the bagel seasoning a little bit more on the top. And then the final thing I like to put on is the balsamic glaze. This just takes it to another level. This makes it like restaurant quality. And then I always give him some fruit. So here is some blueberries. So let me go give him his breakfast and then I will show you what I'm eating. So now I'm gonna make my breakfast now that I've got the patient all squared away. So I have a cup of water. I'm gonna add a half a cup of frozen rice cauliflower. Then I'm gonna add in some diced apple. This is an envy apple. Gonna add a little bit of ground flaxseed and a little bit of cinnamon. Then we're just gonna let this come up to a boil, and then I will add a half a cup of oatmeal. And the apples are gonna get nice and soft. They're gonna add sweetness. And there is my apple cinnamon oatmeal, and I added some sliced bananas, a few blueberries. Like to get a lot of fruit in when I make my oatmeal, and balanced out by the riced cauliflower. And then I also gonna do a little side of beans. Now, if you can't stomach veggies at breakfast, totally fine. If you can get that riced cauliflower in your oatmeal, then you're good to go. But don't stress too much about that. Just eat tons of veggies throughout the day. Next, I'm gonna be making an Asian-inspired bowl. The first thing I wanna do is get my tofu going. I wanna get this crisped up. And I've got 1 block of extra firm tofu, which I've pressed. And I'm just gonna cut this block in half because I'm only gonna use half of it. And then I'll save the other half for something else. And then I'm just gonna make little cubes here. Probably like 1-inch cubes. Then I just want to season them up a little bit, so I'm just going to throw them all in this bowl. And I season these up very simply. You can season however you'd like. This is how I do it, just easy peasy. So a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, and a little nutritional yeast. And then I just toss it around. And it should stick pretty well because the tofu's still a little bit damp. And then because of that, I like to sprinkle a little bit of cornstarch on here, and this just kind of helps make it a little bit crispier, gets the excess moisture out. All right, I'm gonna put this in the air fryer at 400 for about 12-13 minutes. You could do this in the oven as well, same temperature, but it's probably gonna take you twice as long. Like I always tell you, anything that you can make in the air fryer, you can do in the oven. So the tofu is done, so let's put the base of our bowl together here. I've already got some rice in here, and then I've got some Napa cabbage, which I'm going to just slice up a little bit here. So we'll throw that in the bowl. And the rest of the ingredients is really up to you. I've just got some red pepper. I've got some cucumber. I had a little bit of frozen broccoli. I just heated that through. And then I've got some spring onion or green onion or scallions that I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle over the whole thing. And then let me grab our tofu. And you can see how nice and crispy it came out. So I'm gonna take probably about half of this, and then the other half for my husband. And then I just made a super simple sauce with 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos and a tablespoon of maple syrup and just a couple shakes of ground ginger. And I'm just gonna pour that over the whole thing. And there you go. Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty healthy, and got all your colors, good protein from the tofu, tons of fiber to help feed our microbiome and our gut, which is super important for our immune system. So I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch and then we will move on to dinner. Okay, to make these tostadas, super easy, and you just take a corn tortilla, you place it in your air fryer basket, but you're gonna need to put something on top of it. This is just a little metal basket. You could use a trivet, whatever you can find. It doesn't need to weigh a lot, but it just needs to hold it in place. Otherwise, this thing's just gonna flip all around when the air is circulating in here. I'm going to put this in the air fryer for 3 minutes. Then I'm gonna flip it over, do it for another 3 minutes at 390 degrees. Now, you may need to vary your temperature or your time depending on the type of air fryer that you have, but this is what works for mine. All right, it's been 3 minutes. All right, then we're going to just flip this over. I'm gonna take this over to the counter. I don't wanna put it on this wood. So I'll be right back. Just be super careful because that metal tray gets so hot. Okay, 390 for another 3 minutes. All right, let's put these together. I did wanna show you, this was the first one I did, so my air fryer wasn't really all the way heated up. This was the second one, and then I decided to turn the temp down just 10 degrees, and that's how this one came out. So you just need to play with it. I mean, I like any of these would be fine with me. All right, so let's do the medium one here. So what I like to do is I put some of my plant-based cheese sauce on first, and this kind of helps the beans stick. And for the beans, all I did was drain and rinse a can of pinto beans. I put them in a pot with a little bit of water and let them warm up, and then I just mashed them. And I added a little bit more water. You can add more water if you want it creamier. So we'll just put the beans on, just being careful. You don't want to break your tostada shell here. And then just kind of spread it around. And you can doctor these up however you like. I'm keeping them very simple today because that's pretty much most of my meals. And then I will just add, get this out of the way, I'll add a little bit of lettuce. I just have some romaine here and some chopped tomatoes. I mean, you could add onion, you could add cilantro. And then I like to add some of my homemade salsa, and I will leave a link to that in the description box. It's one of my oldest videos, so you'll get a kick out of that. It's pretty funny. And then I just drizzle on a little bit more cheese sauce. And that's it. And your tostada is ready to eat. Super easy, super simple. It's fun just to kind of have a flat little crispy tortilla. No oil involved, so it's super low fat. So this will be my dinner tonight. And of course, if you wanted to add a side of veggies, you could do that as well, and I probably will do that too. So let's give it a taste. So here are these absolutely yummy tostadas. I love tostadas, and it's something that I really missed when I went whole food plant-based, no oil. And you can get the no oil tostada shells in the store, but they taste funny to me. These just taste really good. They're super crispy and super quick in the air fryer. So let's give these a taste. And like I said, you can doctor these up out however you'd like. You could add avocado, you could add chopped onion, olives, green onions, but I just made mine really simple. And let's give these a taste. And this is not gonna look very ladylike, so I apologize. In fact, and this is usually how I eat it, I just pick it up. Can you hear that crunch? So good. It's a perfect combination of those beans. They're a little bit creamy. I just added some water to make them a little creamy. That plant-based cheese is perfect. And real fresh with that romaine lettuce and the chopped tomatoes, and then my homemade salsa. It's perfect. So if you found these recipes helpful, please give me a comment below. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like. It really helps my channel, and I appreciate all your support. And remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet. And what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe. Nope. I've been following the Starch solution since... Then I just sprinkled on a little bit more of the better than, oh my God. So if you found these videos helpful, no.